First up, let's talk about the origins of the Abomination. The Abomination, whose real name is Emil Blonsky, first appeared in Tales to Astonish, issue 90, in April 1967. Created by the legendary duo Stan Lee and Gil Kane, Blonsky was a KGB agent and spy who infiltrated the U.S. Air Force Base where Bruce Banner worked. Blonsky's origin is rooted in espionage and betrayal, sent by the Soviet Union to gather intelligence. Blonsky's mission took a dark turn when he discovered Banner's gamma radiation experiments. Driven by jealousy of Banner's intellect and seeking to harness the same power, Blonsky exposed himself to gamma radiation. Unlike Bruce Banner, who transformed into the Hulk due to an accidental gamma radiation exposure, Blonsky deliberately exposed himself to higher levels of gamma radiation. The result? He transformed into a monstrous being even stronger than the Hulk, the Abomination. One key difference between Hulk and Abomination is that while Bruce Banner reverts to his human form, Blonsky remains in his monstrous form permanently, a twist that adds to his tragic narrative. The psychological impact of this permanent transformation fuels much of his rage and animosity toward Banner and the Hulk. Now, let's break down the Abomination's powers and abilities. As a gamma-powered behemoth, Abomination possesses superhuman strength, which, at his base level, surpasses that of the Hulk. He also has enhanced stamina, durability, and regenerative healing. Abomination's strength is one of his defining features. He can lift over 100 tons and has gone toe-to-toe with the Hulk multiple times. His regenerative abilities allow him to recover from injuries at an accelerated rate, making him a persistent threat. This regenerative capability is often showcased in battles where he sustains and recovers from massive injuries, demonstrating his resilience. In addition to his physical prowess, Abomination also retains his intelligence. Unlike the often brute-minded Hulk, this combination of brains and brawn makes him a cunning and dangerous adversary. His intelligence allows him to strategize and exploit Hulk's weaknesses, making their battles not just physical confrontations, but also battles of wits. Moreover, Abomination's enhanced endurance means he can fight for extended periods without tiring, and his dense, thick skin provides a natural armor that is highly resistant to physical damage. This durability often gives him the upper hand in prolonged fights against the Hulk. Let's dive into some of the most significant storylines involving the Abomination. One of the most memorable is The Hulk versus the Abomination from The Incredible Hulk, issue 25, 2001. This storyline showcases an epic battle where the Abomination seeks revenge for his wife's death, blaming the Hulk for his misfortunes. In this storyline, the emotional depth of Blonsky is explored as we see his motivations and the deep-seated hatred he harbors for the Hulk. The battle between the two titans is not just physical but also deeply personal, making it one of the most compelling confrontations in Hulk's history. The story delves into Blonsky's psyche, showing how his transformation into the Abomination has left him consumed with rage and vengeance. He blames the Hulk for the tragic death of his wife, Nadia, a pain that fuels his every action. This arc doesn't just pit brute strength against brute strength, it pits Blonsky's shattered humanity against Banner's struggle for control. As the battle rages on, we see the extent of Blonsky's desperation. He is not merely seeking victory, he is seeking catharsis. The artwork vividly captures the raw emotion of their conflict, with each panel intensifying the sense of inevitability and tragedy. This storyline is a powerful reminder of how personal vendettas can escalate into epic confrontations with far-reaching consequences. The resolution of this battle leaves a lasting impact on both characters. The Hulk, despite his own struggles, often finds himself in a position where he must confront the consequences of his existence. For Blonsky, every defeat deepens his resolve, turning him into an even more relentless adversary. This storyline is a testament to the complexity of their relationship and the ongoing saga of their enmity. Moreover, this issue explores the broader implications of their feud. The collateral damage caused by their clashes often affects innocent lives, adding another layer of tragedy to their story. The destruction they cause is not just physical, but emotional, leaving scars on those caught in the crossfire. This aspect of their battles highlights the profound consequences of their rivalry. In addition to the physical and emotional toll, this storyline also examines the psychological impact on both characters. The Hulk grapples with his identity and the fear of losing control, while Blonsky is haunted by his monstrous form and the life he lost. Their internal struggles are as intense as their external battles, adding depth to their characters and making their conflict more compelling. Ultimately, the Hulk versus the Abomination is a defining moment in their ongoing saga. It encapsulates the essence of their conflict, blending action, emotion, and psychological depth. This storyline is a must-read for any fan of the Hulk and a pivotal chapter in the history of the Abomination. This storyline also explores the theme of transformation, a recurring motif in Hulk comics. Both characters are defined by their transformations, Banner into the Hulk and Blonsky into the Abomination. Their battles are not just physical confrontations, but also clashes of identity and humanity. This adds a philosophical dimension to their fights, raising questions about what it means to be human and the nature of monstrosity. In the broader context of Marvel storytelling, this arc also addresses the consequences of scientific experimentation and the military's role in creating these powerful beings. The rivalry between Hulk and Abomination is rooted in the experiments that gave them their powers, reflecting the dangers of playing with nature and the unforeseen consequences of such actions. Finally, the storyline is a testament to the creative talents of the writers and artists who brought these characters to life. The intricate plot, emotional depth, and stunning visuals make it a standout issue in the Hulk's long history. It's a prime example of how comic books can blend action with deep character development, making it a memorable read for fans. Another important storyline is Abomination, the life and times of Emil Blonsky, from Incredible Hulk, issues 431 to 432. This arc delves into Blonsky's tragic past, giving us a glimpse into his psyche and motivations. It portrays him as a more nuanced character rather than just a mindless villain. This storyline provides a deep dive into Blonsky's background, exploring his life before he became the Abomination. We learn about his career as a KGB agent, his personal ambitions, and the events that led him to America. This exploration of his character shows us that Blonsky was not always a monster, but a man driven by ambition and a desire for recognition. One of the most poignant aspects of this storyline is the focus on Blonsky's personal relationships. His marriage to Nadia is highlighted, showing a more human side of him. Nadia's death becomes a pivotal moment that pushes Blonsky over the edge. This personal loss is what drives his hatred for the Hulk, whom he irrationally blames for his misfortunes. The narrative structure of the life and times of Emil Blonsky uses flashbacks effectively, contrasting Blonsky's past with his present. This juxtaposition highlights the tragic transformation from a man with dreams and aspirations to a creature consumed by rage and vengeance. It is a tragic tale that adds layers of depth to his character. This arc also explores the psychological impact of his transformation. Blonsky's struggle with his new identity as the Abomination is portrayed with a sense of tragic inevitability. He is a man trapped in a monstrous form, unable to reconcile his past with his present. This internal conflict is what makes him one of Hulk's most enduring and complex foes. The storyline culminates in a confrontation with a Hulk that is as much about emotional closure as it is about physical dominance. Blonsky's attempt to make sense of his life and his transformation is a key theme, making this one of the most introspective and character-driven arcs in the Hulk's mythology. In addition to exploring Blonsky's past, this storyline also sheds light on his interactions with other characters. His relationships with fellow gamma-irradiated beings, like Doc Samson and the Leader, add another layer of complexity to his story. These interactions often reflect Blonsky's internal struggles and his desire for redemption or revenge. The detailed character study in the life and times of Emil Blonsky offers readers a deeper understanding of what drives the Abomination. By delving into his past and exploring his motivations, this arc transforms him from a mere antagonist into a tragic, multifaceted character. It's a must-read for anyone interested in the deeper aspects of Marvel's villains. This storyline also emphasizes the theme of loss and how it shapes one's identity. Blonsky's loss of his wife and his subsequent transformation into the Abomination are central to his character arc. These events are portrayed with emotional depth, showing how grief and anger can drive a person to drastic actions. This exploration of loss adds a poignant layer to Blonsky's character. The narrative also touches on the idea of redemption. Throughout the storyline, Blonsky grapples with his desire for revenge and his longing for a return to his former self. This internal conflict makes him a more relatable and sympathetic character, despite his villainous actions. The possibility of redemption is a recurring theme in Marvel Comics, and Blonsky's story is a powerful example of this. Moreover, the storyline highlights the impact of Blonsky's actions on those around him. His transformation into the Abomination not only affects his own life, but also the lives of those he encounters. The collateral damage and emotional fallout from his actions are explored in depth, adding to the tragic nature of his character. Finally, the life and times of Emil Blonsky is a testament to the storytelling prowess of the creators involved. The intricate plot, character development, and emotional depth make it a standout arc in the Hulk series. It's a prime example of how comics can tackle complex themes and deliver compelling narratives that resonate with readers. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of the Hulk and his rogue gallery, with the Abomination playing a crucial role in shaping the narrative. And there you have it, a comprehensive look at the Abomination in Marvel's 616 universe. From his origin and powers to his key storylines and adaptations, Abomination remains one of the most iconic and tragic villains in the Marvel pantheon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into your favorite Marvel characters. Let us know in the comments which character you want us to cover next. Until next time, keep reading those comics.